in that tunnel of going to election. They already bought the balance of this. That's the 1 year to the time that the election should be happening next year to continue their onslaught. They are not stopping in the brigand in the onslaught. They are not stopping in the invasion. They are not stopping in the attempt to conquer us by the invasion. They also have another plan B. In one of the recent broadcast alerts, we talked about plan A, plan B, and plan C, in which the election is plan C. The election is playing two roles: to keep the South and Middle Belt busy, talking about who will govern, whereas the invasion is continuing. We saw it in the train attack and what they say the land has to be handed over to them now. They become impatient. They are feeling defrauded. And so it is only in dragging us to that, pushing us into that tunnel of election. I think it was yesterday that I saw on TV, what's his name, the one chairing INEC for them, Mahmoud, or whatever he's called, saying that no matter what the situation is, they will go to election. That caliphate is desperate now to go to election. I also saw the National Security Advisor trying to lend Monguno also, trying to lend his voice to it, that it is the duty of all of us to make sure we go to election. Again, we remember Baba Ahmed. These are now the caliphate proprietors of what they are doing. Baba Ahmed was telling us the other time that it is only by all of us joining hands that we can get to election, that to ease out the Buhari who doesn't agree with the restructuring. These are all gimmicks. The caliphate wants to get more time to continue their conquest. The outcome of the election is already predetermined. They don't even know how to get there based on what is coming at them from all sides. They didn't anticipate anybody could defeat that constitution. They didn't anticipate anybody could organize the kind of alliance we have now. They didn't anticipate anybody could get to Washington and push them out from where they used to be in the inner workings of things. They are now strangers in that place. And so the other side of the coin is that the people who have done all these efforts to defeat that title deed, that constitution by which they are bound into Nigeria and made slaves there by this caliphate, they also have a chance to finally get rid of this enslavement. If the only task is stopping the journey to that election as a demonstration of their resolve, as a demonstration of their rejection of that constitution. The international community is waiting for us to do just that. There's no other thing left between us and our freedom. It is to demonstrate by rejecting the journey to election in 2023 that we have repudiated that constitution and we're interested, we are desirous of, we are now very anxious to recover our sovereignty. If we don't, these people to whom these lands have been promised for helping kill off other people to bring those who came to power in 2015, these people are waiting in your forest all the way to Boni, all the way to Badagry. From the point they entered in the upper part, they have mapped out all the Nigerian land. The Fulani from Mali, the Fulani from Senegal, they all know where they have been mapped. The people you call Fulani herdsmen are the advanced teams that came ahead of the others to kill off the owners and become the new owners. And that was why the documentation to make them citizen and to make them indigene after 5 years were all being smuggled through the National Assembly of Lawan. And Bajami Avila, his handmaid. And so it is our task now to stop that journey so that that constitution will go down. If you want to research how it will all happen, set for what we call domino 2. You see the graphics that the rejection of the constitution is now supported by rejection of election. If that election is taken down, the constitution goes down and the union standing on it goes, and we go to transition. Everything we are doing now will end in transition. That's why we put the 5-point proposition in that constitutional force majeure. I would think the summary of it all is that if we join, especially the politicians from the South and Middle Belt, across party lines, we are not talking about PDP and APC now, if we join, if the South and the Middle Belt will join in the journey to election, pretending they are going to get a better day tomorrow, they are just lining themselves up for extermination. If the South and Middle Belt join at the invitation of Ninas, to stop the journey to election, your freedom and your sovereignty is back in your hand. The caliphate has no other opportunity, has no other mechanism for prevailing in this matter. They've been defeated comprehensively. Their title deed is defeated, and there's nothing they can do about it. Everything is now in your hand to do. Do you want to perish? Then go to election. Do you want to survive? Then stop the journey to the election.